Yo, hey everybody, what's going on? Let's see, we looking good? We sounding good? We get a thumbs up. Thank you guys for being here, much appreciated. Happy Friday. We are halfway through the Gauntlet of Gods 3D Community Challenge. So exciting. We're starting to see some fun works in progress arts on the Discord side of things. We're going to be talking about those today. I'll be dishing out some feedback for y'all, some advice. You guys marked it as react on stream, so yeah, I'll see what advice I can offer you and everything. We've got probably 15-ish pieces of works in progress art ready to go. We're also going to be talking about right after this intro, we're going to be talking about a file checker. We made a file checker for you this time. It took 13 challenges to make a file checker. All right. What is a file checker? Well, a file checker is something that CREO put together that basically allows you to drop your video submission and your card submission into, and it's going to give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Is it enough frames? Thumbs up. Is it the right resolution? Oh, thumbs down. Go fix your resolution. And it actually won't give you the submission link that you're all used to until you complete the file checker. So that way, we're trying to keep as many people out of the pit of despair or disqualified renders as possible. Because, man, yeah, about time. About time. I agree. So we'll go over that. I'm going to go through a whole submission with you guys. I'm going to drop it in, get the thumbs ups on everything, submit the file, download the file, bring it into Davinci, and show you what I'm looking at, all right? So that we can hopefully keep as many of you guys in the montages, in the final montages as possible, right? What else? We're going to be playing our card game as well, our online card game. And if you can beat me in the online card game, then I am going to buy you a copy of the physical limited edition card game that is currently on sale all the way through, let's say, I should have the date in my head. I think it's like September 22nd, something like that, right toward the end of the month, like a week after the winner's live stream. And you can get that on CREO right now. Go pre-order the card game right now. Link is in the description. It's going to be sweet. It's made from the top 100 cards. The top 5 winners are going to be holographic cards, and you'll actually get to physically play this card game that AJ Brandon designed himself. It is very satisfying, very fun. Y'all probably know. If you're on this stream, if you're in the middle stream, you've probably been with me since the beginning, so y'all know. Up to 3 people. If 3 people beat me, I'll get you the limited edition card game. And then we'll be going over some weekly challenge review as well. There's about 3 or 4 unjudged weekly challenges, and I judged the TCG weekly challenge that we had right before this community challenge, right before the stream. So I'll be going over the results of those at the end. No, I'm not in Japan. This is just the way my office came. They had the windows like this. They had the doors like this. I'm like, that's pretty sweet. I like that a lot. Has anyone beat me yet? Yes, 2 people have beat me. 2 people have won copies of the game. And if you're just joining us for the first time here, then we're hosting a trading card themed 3D challenge. The announcement video is in the link below. You go watch that. And we're all just making trading cards this month. And all the submissions will be playable in a game that, again, AJ Brandon designed. It's called Gauntlet of Gods. And you get to battle your card in a card game. Pretty freaking sweet. There's the online version, which will always be free forever until the end of time. It's a community-made card game, so it is for you guys. It's for the community. And then we have the limited edition paid version of the game, because it's a physical version of the game. We gotta ship it to you. We gotta print the cards and we gotta ship it to you. Links below, right? So, all right, where do we begin? We begin with the file checker. Sotomonte, if you want to switch us over, if you click the link below, createwithclint.com/submit, you'll be greeted with this file checker. It's pretty freaking sweet. We're proud of it. And I'm going to show you how it works. Now, know this. Just because there is a submission link does not mean you have to submit right now, okay? You still have another half of the month, okay, until August 31st at 11:59 p.m. PDT, okay? So don't submit now. No pressure, no pressure. Take all the time you need to finish your art. But when you're done with your art, here's how you submit. Okay. Let's find a file, a video file, right? The file checker is asking you for two things because there's kind of like two submissions for this challenge. There's a video submission and there's a card submission, right? Because the card, we need your card so we can put it into the online game, or if it wins top 100, we can print it. And the video submission for the video montages, right? So let's start with the video submission. Let's find a submission file here and see what it says for us. All right. Resources, example submissions. All right, visual. How'd you do? All checks passed. Wonderful. View full report. Look at that. File size. It's under 100 megabytes. Passed. It's the right file type. We're asking for MP4s or MOVs. It's an MP4. Passed. Video codec. We're asking H.264 or H.265. Passed. 24 FPS, 120 frames. Resolution, vertical HD or vertical 4K. And does it play back in the browser? Then yes, good to go. It passes. Let's see if we can get one to fail. Let's try that. No shade on any of these works in progresses. I'm just going to drop in some of these works in progresses that I pulled to talk about on this stream. But you asked for feedback. You said react on stream. We're reacting on stream, okay? We're going to do it right now. Let's close this out. Let's find one that might fail us. Let's see. And I know there's a couple because I pulled you into Davinci and I saw there was some mismatched business here. Okay, let's find another one. Works in progress, stream 3. Let's just start dropping in these random ones. Oh, Archibald, my friend, you have a beautiful render so far. We're gonna get into some art review a little bit later, but you failed a check. What is this? You can't even click continue because you failed a check. What is it? Let's drop down. Oh, you're one frame off. Look at that, my friend. You're one frame off. So that, so you'll go back and you'll trim the frame and you'll come back and you'll drop it in and you'll get the all pass and you'll be good to go. But let's drop in another one. Boris, how are you doing? Ooh, Boris passes all the checks, but you still can't continue. You still can't get the submission link. Why can't I continue? Well, because we're asking for 2 submissions this time, right? You got to download your card zip, and you download the card zip by going to the card creator. Also, I don't think the card creator is explicitly linked below, but it is on the website, right? If you go to the landing page, the Gauntlet of Gods landing page, you'll find the card creator there. And it'll allow you to export a zip folder that we do not want you to open up and tamper with. Just upload the raw zip folder that you downloaded from the card creator. So I'm gonna do that now. Let's do that real quick. I got a test zip folder. You know what? Screw it. Let's go all the way. I'm gonna show you how to use the card creator. Let's drop in some art here. You see download submission files is grayed out. Well, because you hadn't chose an ability, you hadn't chose a piece of art yet, right? So let us do, what image do I have accessible? How about this? Hey, it's me. Okay. We'll choose an ability. And we still can't download it. Why? Well, because you need to name your stuff. Created by Flint. Still can't download it because you need a champion name. Okay. And now we can download our submission files. It says you're downloading a submission ready zip. Name Clint _upload me containing your art, the card overlay, a flattened composite, and a JSON spec sheet. Please upload this entire unaltered zip folder when submitting your final card. Do not alter any of the files or file names as they are used in the submission form and allow us to automatically read your card specs. This makes it so that we can easily process your card and put it in the online game, so that we can read the, the color, the power level, and the ability. So we'll accept and download. We'll desktop it. Fantastic. Right, then back in the file checker, we're gonna choose a zip folder, and it shows our card. Right, and ideally your card matches with your animated submission. And because we uploaded the zip, right, you're gonna get a bunch of passes. Perfect. And now we can hit continue, okay? And then we go to the form, all right? So you type in your email, right? Let's do it. Let's see. Artist name. What's up? Social media link. I don't think that's required. I want my name displayed in... You know what? Here, let me not skim through this. This is your name. This will be shown in the artist montages, right? Your Discord link. This is for the public Google form. Let's see. What is it? This info will not be baked into the final montages, but instead linked in the public Google form along with your name for proper credit. So basically, if people want to follow you, if they watch the montages, right? And they want to follow your art, then they can go to a Google form that has your artist name and like your social media handle, right? So you can drop a link in here, right? It's asking for a link. That way people can find you. People have gotten jobs from this. So drop a social media link where people can find you. But if you want to be credited as anonymous, then just say, I prefer to be credited as anonymous, and none of this will be displayed in the montages or this Google form, okay? Give us your Discord just so I can like reach out to you. Hello. And select a country, right? Wherever you're from. Hit next. Then this stuff is actually asking about your render, right? So we're asking you how many hours did it take to create your art, how many hours did it take to render, what programs did you use, all that good stuff. We'll put in some filler stuff for now, right? We'll select our program. And the reason we ask you about how long it took is because it builds a cool story, right? That's how we get the information, like at the beginning of the montages where we say, this is a compilation of 30 years of art, of collective effort. That's what you're watching, or that's that 30 years, that number 30 years is how we get that number from these. How many hours? We tally up all the hours. We remove the ones that are like, troll submissions, basically. You can't work more than 8 hours a day for 30 days straight on this, so I kind of remove any submission that's beyond that. Or anyone that puts 0, I'll put up to at least 8 hours, right? And then, so we get a more accurate number. What else here? Yeah, the Marvelous Designer Award. If you use Marvelous Designer, we're asking you, how did you use it? And I'm going to look at that. The Marvelous Designer team will also look at that answer here when picking a Marvelous winner, right? So we pick from like the top 200 for the Marvelous prize, and look if you guys use Marvelous Designer in there. Which ability did you choose? This is required, because instead of categories this time, for the all renders montage, usually we do like, cartoon or abstract or sci-fi. No, we're going to actually go with our abilities this time. We're going to categorize it by ability. So what ability did you choose? What color did you choose? What power level did you choose? And then give us a couple examples, like some tags on how you would describe your art. So, I don't know, tree, daytime, and like action or something. This is a bit more on like, you know, did you join any other challenges? Why did you participate? How can we improve future challenges? That kind of stuff, right? Getting feedback from you guys about this challenge specifically, it helps us with future challenges and just gives us a good idea of like, you know, how we're doing as a team. None of that stuff is required, but this is the last one, okay? This is the submission part. This is why it looks all scary. Triple check your submission. And I just linked back to the file checker here. I was like, hey, use the file checker before you upload, because you guys spent a lot of time this month working on your art and you don't want to quickly just drop your files here without checking them. We built this file checker so that you can stay in the montages, right? There's only so many pieces of art that I can like conform to fit the tech specs of this challenge. And we're every challenge we're trying to help you guys catch your mistakes before you submit. And I think this way is like, I don't know how. Like, why would you not use the file checker? Use the file checker, please. But it's just saying, use the file checker and just make sure you read the rules, understand the rules. And then we got some like, I agree situations down here. The first one is saying that you guys agree to, I'll just read it. By submitting my card, I understand that it may be printed, packaged, and shipped in the physical version of the game, with all profits going to UNESCO's International Fund for Cultural Diversity. Yeah, we're not making any money off of the physical version of the game. We're donating all of it to artists in need around the globe. So this first I agree is just letting you know that like your card may be printed. You're giving us permission to have your card printed if it makes top 100. So that's that first one. The next one is, does your submission feature any licensed characters that you don't own? Are you doing Spider-Man renders? Are you doing Darth Vader renders? If you are, then you would click yes, I featured characters I do not own the rights to. Again, because we are selling and printing and shipping a physical version of the game, we cannot be selling Spider-Man. That would not be good, right? That would not be good for us. So if you are doing a Spider-Man render, then just say, yes, I featured characters I do not own the rights to in my render, and you will not be eligible for top 100, but you can still make it into the online card game. You can still make it into the all renders montage. This challenge specifically, we just have to do this one. We wish we didn't have to do it. We wish we didn't have to, but just because we're, again, right, sending out a physical version of the card game, top 100 has to be IP free. So we're checking that here. And then, let's see, the last one is basically just saying, that you're submitting the files that you cross-referenced in the file checker. You're not cross-referencing one file and then dropping in another file. It's more of just a like, hey, just to make sure, please submit the right files. And then we'll add some stuff here. So let's drop in a submission. Let's see. Starter files. All right, we'll drop in our video submission and then our zip file submission. Let's go ahead and add that file. Oh. And then the last one is just like, can I email you about future challenges when they come out? To be honest, most of those emails go to spam. I don't know how to figure that one out. But I would love to fix it. So if you don't mind, hit yes, please, and submit. Yay. Congratulations, you submitted to the Dream Sequence 3D Community Challenge. I gotta fix that. Okay. Typo. Visual. It should be in our Discord server challenge planning. The edit link is in there. You'll have to go into the settings of this, and if you could just change that to Gauntlet of Gods. There's always something. There's always something. Awesome. Awesome. Sweet. So now, let me download what I just uploaded and drop them into Davinci for you, so you can see what I'm seeing when I go through all of these renders, okay? We're trying to keep as many people in this challenge as possible. So I want to be as transparent as possible on how I'm doing it. Too much stuff, man. Too much stuff, I know. I know. Shoutouts to the challenge team. Visual, Folio, Saipo, Sotomonte, Ronan, Connor. You guys have been a huge help throughout this entire process. I want to give a special shout out to Visual though. He's been crushing it. He built the he's done so much. Yeah, he's done so much. He's helped with project files, starter files, card creators, the online portal for the game, like example renders, that stream transition you probably just saw. Yeah, shout out to Visual. Much love, my friend. All right, so let us thanks for switching me over, Soto. I'm gonna grab these files real quick, download these files that we just uploaded, and we'll bring them into Davinci. So give me just a second here while I do that. And I'm gonna come back around and I'm gonna look at you guys, and if you have any questions on this process, hit me with an @pwnisher, but not yet. Let me finish this, and then I'll answer all your questions, okay? All right. Someone submitted already. Keep in mind, you can only submit once. That's the other thing. You can only submit once. Probably make sure that that's very apparent. So yeah, guys, I guess you were done. Or no, wait. Was that another example? No, I think that might be a legit submission. Shoot, okay. Sweet, congrats. Congrats on submitting, my friend. All right, let me download this. Let me go back and grab the card zip. And we'll be there in just a sec. So I will mention this, the person who just uploaded, their card overlay is not in their final render. You gotta have your card overlay in your final render. So yeah, you're gonna need to put your card overlay in your final render. I hope that's clear. Wow, if we have half of people submitting their video submissions without their card overlays in their render, that would not be good. Was that an oversight on our part? I hope not. I certainly hope not. I don't know, did we ever say that had to be a thing? I mean, it was part of the template file that we said do not touch. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah, I hope we don't see more of that. That scares me. That terrifies me. It's in the template. Yeah. The card overlay is in do not touch. Yeah. Okay. Does the card overlay render in Eevee? I would assume so. All right. Terrifying. Terrifying. One of my worst nightmares, I think all of our worst nightmares, is everyone just submits something that isn't the challenge at all, and it like breaks it completely. That's like my like greatest fears. So yeah, include your card overlay, please. Yes, there will be WIP reviews if you're just joining us. I'm almost there. I'm just going through submission process, okay? Let me drop some stuff into Davinci right quick, and we'll be on our way. Okay. Sodamonte, if you want to switch me over, my friend. So we dropped our video submission into Davinci. Right, you can see it here. It's just one of the example renders. Right? And if I look at it in Davinci, we see that it has 120 frames, that it is vertical HD resolution. 120 frames, vertical HD resolution, and 24 frames per second. That's what we need for a passing render, technically speaking. Now, if I filter, check this out. Here's all of the submissions, or not submissions rather, but works in progress arts that we're going to be talking about on the stream today. And if I filter these by frame count, right, we have a handful of people. Anyone who isn't selected here is falling off, would technically be DQ'd. So even in your works in progress, please get used to submitting with the proper tech specs, okay? Make sure you're not exporting 121. Make sure you're exporting at the right frame rate. This person, Wolf, feedback for you, buddy. You're at 30 FPS. This is 24 FPS challenge, okay? That should all be set. I don't know what happened on your end. That should all be set in the project files, right? So you must have changed it when you exported it or something. I don't know. You're at 150 frames, and it's 120, right? If I convert this, let's see. Let's go to clip attributes. If I convert this to 24, it should. It's still 150 frames, right? So now I have to do all this manual work to, to conform your art to the rest of the submission, or to the rest of the rest of the submissions, right? And I don't want to do that, right? It takes a long time to judge these things. I don't want to have to be going through and fixing file types and trimming frames and whatnot. So, yeah, let's see. Wolf the Knight, Osirid, Archibald, Hariate, and Pablito. Check your tech specs, please. Check your tech specs, please. Okay, now I'll take questions. And hit me with an at pwnisher here. Sodamonte, you can bring me back to full screen. Hit me with at pwnisher in the chat, and I'll answer any questions about that process specifically. I'm not gonna worry about questions about anything else. I just want to answer questions about that process, the submission process. So hit me with it. We'll take 5 minutes or so here. All right, the HBase, I'm not going to answer that right now. I'm going to focus on the submission questions. Wolf Knight, I understand that that is not your official submission, but you want to get in the habit of submitting with the proper tech specs. If you're practicing exporting the wrong tech specs, it's going to be a lot easier for you to just accidentally do that for your final, okay? So I don't know why it's in 150 frames, 30 FPS at this point, but get it to the right tech specs now and get used to exporting it properly now so that later when you finally do the thing, like, you'll be doing it proper. All right, we got a lot of questions that aren't related to the file checker and the submission situation. So I'll give it another minute or so. If anyone has any questions about the file checker or the submission process, I'll answer those. Okay, Artistic Scratch says, for the late submitters, how long would you say the process takes from start to finish with submitting? I would give yourself a day, or at least a half day. I don't know, because here's the thing: if you use the file checker and find that your submission needs to be re-rendered, I doubt it would come to a re-render. Worst case scenario is you find out you have to re-render your art. And some people don't have the time to do that, even in a day. So let's exclude that. Let's say we're not talking about people re-rendering their art. You need to give yourself enough time to be able to fix mistakes. If you find out your frame rate is off, or your frame count is off, or your resolution is bad, you need to have time to fix those things. So I'd give yourself at least a couple hours, just so you're not stressing out and down to the wire at the end. Don't wait till the last second. Every time we do these challenges, there's always people who submit late, and those people get DQ'd from top 100. They can still be included in the all renders. I still include the late renders in the all renders. But by the time I wake up in the morning, it would have been 8 hours past, right? The deadline. So we're going to see a handful of renders in this 8-hour time that are all late. When I wake up, I'm going to close submissions, okay? So the submission link will only be open for another 8 hours or so after the deadline. So it's not like you can submit a late piece of work 4 days later. It's just until I wake up the next day. But yeah, I'd give yourself at least a couple hours just to give yourself time to fix mistakes. If everything was perfect, I mean, you saw me go through the submission link here on the stream just now, in 30 minutes. But don't wait till the last 30 minutes to do it. Please don't. That's terrifying. Good question. Good question. Let's see. Any other submission questions? Yeah, you need to give an email to submit. Yes, you do. Yes, indeed. Yeah, shout outs to Saipo who put it together. I think I told the story last Friday at Camp Mograph, I was floating on a raft in the ocean with a handful of other 3D artists, and we were all just basking in the sun, floating on our kayaks, talking about the struggles and the troubles of submitting these challenges. And they were like, why don't you just build a file checker? And I'm like, yeah, but like people should be checking their stuff at the same time. Like, we really try. But I agree. It was time we It was time we built one, right? So shout out to Sypo for building that. Pretty freaking sweet. I'm still here. I was just frozen. I was just really still. I don't know. Sotomento's like, did you crash? Like, no, I'm just frozen in real life. Alright, I'm going through your guys' questions. Submission-related questions. Great question. Okay, can the card submission be slightly different to the clip? In terms of rotation and scale. Yes, that's okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. We gave you the rotation, and let me be very specific about this. Let me show you. Let's see. I'll pull up the card creator. And let me just drop a... Okay, Sotomonte, if you want to switch over. So, the question is, can the card submission be slightly different to the video submission in terms of rotation and scale? And the answer is yes. You know, we gave you these tools here to just position it better for a card, right? You can move it around, zoom, move it around, and kind of frame it up as best you can. As long as it's like the same render, you know what I mean? Then it's fine. It's totally okay. But yeah, there's just some, like, we just felt that this would be handy for most people, and it's not gonna break it, right? So yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah, use those tools. We put them there for you to use. Let's see. You can switch me back, Soto. Thank you, my friend. Do we have any others? I don't think so. I don't see any other submission-related questions. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's play the online card game. Let's play a round or two, depending on how fast that first round goes. If you beat me, I'll buy you the physical version of the game. And then we're gonna get into W.I.P review, okay? And then I can answer some more questions as we go. All that good stuff. Let's see. Heck, I'll even answer questions as we play the game. All right. You can switch me over. Sotomonte. Make tunes. Let's go, my friend. All right. If you guys hadn't played this card game, hop in. It's so much fun. Just click find a match. People are going to be playing right now. And also, don't do the thing where you hop in and hop out of people's matchmaking to try and battle me on stream. It's not nice. Let's battle. Declare battle. But hop in and play is very fun. It's very, very fun. Let's see, we can answer questions. I'll play big tunes here. Impact frames, what do you think? Good or bad? I don't know. I think they're pretty sick, personally. Oh no. Big tunes. So, Big tunes, you might be playing for the first time. Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Big tunes, I'm gonna set you up with something real quick. Let's see. This is a test. Oh, do I want to test? Can I forward this test? Let's put it here. Ah, my friend. Okay. I'm still gonna take 5, and I'd still lose that scry. All right. Nice. All right, Big Tunes knows what they're doing, at least from that move. Am I gonna lose this? This is crazy. Hold on. I mean, I got a top deck. Oof. Dude, you beat me right now. Watch, he's gonna win. Wow, I think actually hold on. Damage to any card equal to the number of colors your opponent has in play. That's game. That's insane. Wow. Wow. Let me think. If I equal to the number of colors your opponent has in play. Shoot. If it was one more, I could have survived. Wow. Good job, my friend. Make tunes. Hey, screen cap this, okay? Capture the board state. Email me. All right, I'm going to get you a version of the game. Congratulations. Congratulations, my friend. Mig Tunes. Are you in chat here? Make yourselves known. Mig Tunes. Write you down. Congratulations, my friend. Let's do one more. Or not rematch, rather. So sorry. Let's find someone else who wants to battle. Click the link down below. Hosi. All right, let's go. All right, holding back this time. Good job, McTunes. Good job. All right, Visual, I see what you're saying. You said we have to make it clear what people mean by hiding the border, the card overlay, because people are confused. If you go to the first stream, I show you how to make a 2D card from your 3D submission. It's time-stamped and everything. You can go check that out. I can give it a shot here on stream as well. If you just let me get through this, let me get through the art review, and I can do that again. But yes, I talk about it in the announcement video. I talk about it in the first stream. It's on the website as well. I'll show you guys here again. After I battle with Kosi. Oh, nice pacify. Wolf Knight, don't worry about it. It's all good. I see your art. Like we'll look at your art on stream. I don't need a second work in progress from you. Just for the future. So for the charity or the fund rather, you're asking what does it mean to help artists around the world? So basically they they start the foundation for various art projects, right? So like if you go to the International Fund for Cultural Diversity's website, linked below, you can go to their various projects, and for 2026 they do stuff like I was like boosting Haiti's film industry, or teaching animation in what was it, Ukraine perhaps. I don't know if that was the exact country, but like there's a list of 102 countries, which is considered the global south, which is like countries that just don't have the support that what's the right word for this, that a more developed country would have, right? So it's like lesser developed countries, which I think third world country was what people used to use, but that's not proper anymore. Lesser developed countries was another one, but global south is that. That's what the global south is. It's not literally southern countries on the globe, on the bottom hemisphere. The global south is just lesser developed countries that need the help and support. So what the International Fund for Cultural Diversity does is they go into those countries and they establish art projects or culture projects in those countries that last from 12 to 24 months. They're not going in for a week to do arts and crafts. They're going in for 12 to 24 month projects to help build the foundation for those countries and those communities that, to express culture, to express art, right? So that's what that means specifically. Okay, let's see. Oh, you commanded my freeze back. Okay. And yeah, I mentioned this before, but like one thing we really wanted to do with this challenge was we wanted to find a way to pay the artists, to pay the top 100 for the sales of the card game, but it's too complicated. It was too much, too convoluted. The logistics were just too insane. So that's why we decided to go with a charity, and finding a charity that was art-based as opposed to like, Make-A-Wish or Save the Children or something. Like those are obviously fine, but like we wanted something art-themed, art-based, because that's what I can personally am passionate about, what I can get behind. So yeah, that's why we went with the IFCD. Megtunes, just hit me up on Discord or email me. You can find my email in the contact me on my YouTube page. All right, good question. So you said in your render, you have bloom, chromatic aberration, depth of field, and your card overlay is out of focus and other stuff. What should we do about it? Well, one of the FAQs says, can I do all that stuff? And the answer is basically yes, as long as your card is mostly legible and mostly intact. If we can't read the ability, the power level on your card because your depth of field is too strong, then walk it back. You want to be able to read the card and the character, ideally, right? The background music is just a handful of like Celtic medieval tracks from Epidemic Sound that I pulled, and then Sotomonte put them together in like a long string of things. Sotomonte might have the names of those tracks that he could type in chat, but yeah, they're from Epidemic Sound. GG's the Pacify. Okay, the Pacify. Failed to summon. Can you block the freeze and live to fight another day? Okay. Yeah, you can do whatever you want in your video submission as long as your card overlay is mostly legible and mostly intact. When it comes to the card submission, the 2D card submission, no, you won't be able to add painterly effects on top of the card overlay because you just need to upload your art. And when you download the zip file, you can't touch it, so it's like Magic the Gathering, like most of those cards are Pokemon. Like, they're not remixing the border of the card, the text of the card. They do for some Magic cards I know, but like for the majority of Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc., like all of the text is uniform, all the style is uniform. So that's why for the 2D card submission, like your art can be stylized, of course, but there will be no way for you to stylize the overlay of the 2D card submission. You like my cat renders, eh? Glad you like my cat renders. I made them in Touch Designer. they're Katamari models that I brought into Touch Designer and made a whole thing with. If you go to my Instagram, you can see how they were used in context. But how can you get them? I don't know. I don't know if they're in any place to get. And he got me with my own cat. God dang it. Okay. I know we're at quite the stalemate here. I don't understand your question. Can I overlay the card animation separately onto the final animation? I don't know what that means. I'm going to show you, after I go through a W.I.P review, I'm going to show you how to turn a 3D submission into a 2D card. Hopefully that answers all your questions. How many cards are we looking at for the full online card game? Well, as many cards that you submit, right? Or as many people as we have submit, because it's one artist per submission, one submission per artist. So yeah, like if 2,000 people submit, then we'll have 2,000, and they all pass the tech specs, then we'll have 2,000 cards that'll be cycled through for the game. Ooh, deck building would be fun. Right now, there's no deck building option, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, could be fun. Oh my god, an explode battle would be insane. The math on that would, like, you'd have to think so hard. It's just minefield battle. This is a tricky match. Man, I don't know. Yep. Every single card will make it into the digital version of the game. It's not a top 100 online game, it's an everybody game. We'll be able to play different decks, so basically on the side over here, you'll be able to pick like all renders play or top 100 play. Is a Percy Jackson render off the table? If you're going for top 100, or if you want to be eligible for top 100, then yes, it's off the table because it's IP. But if you don't care and you just want to do it, then oh man, it's going down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, might be game, unless you have a way for me to not attack next turn. The top 100 artists will get into the printed version of the game. The top 100 is decided after the deadline, 2 weeks after the deadline, basically. No, there's not going to be animations when the card is played in this game. Maybe later. Maybe later. But, you know, 2 weeks after the challenge? No. It's going to be like this, but just with the updated art. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's... gosh. We have no plans for an app right now, but maybe in the future we'll chip away at it. I want this to be as awesome as possible for as long as possible. So, like, I want to write music for this. I want to build this in Unreal. I've been really trying to make a game in Unreal. I think it'd be fun to build in Unreal and like take it to the max. Doing an iOS version would be sweet too. It is a community project, a community endeavor, so like we'll be chipping away at it for sure. No, I'm not doing art for the challenge this time. There's no time. I have 2 other projects I'm working on this month, so I'm not able to do art. I'm just here to support on the stream with you guys. I wish I could. There's just too many things to do. We're gonna do work in progress right after this game. It's just a long game. Wow, I would win every single one except the first one. He's got me in lane 1. I can't attack. Oh wait, no, I could have. I could have, because I had 5 health. Oh, snap! Wow. I was not expecting that. Good job, Kosi. Congratulations. Got yourself a free version of the physical, a free physical version of the game. Wow, that's amazing. Email me, please email me. It's attached to my YouTube channel. If you go to like contact or whatever, you can find it there. Or hit me up on Discord, please. Say hello in chat. Congratulations, that was awesome. Dang. That was freaking sick. Way to end it. Yeah, that was a sick game. That was awesome. All right, let's do some WIP review, my friends. Archibald, you're up first. Very nice. You're doing something pretty freaking sweet here. I like it. I like it. Might be my favorite submission I've seen so far. I love the green. You got some green in here, but it's just barely in there. I'd love to see a little bit more green involved throughout the rest of the piece. It's a nice, like maybe back here, I don't know, somewhere up in your environment, you can have some green. I'd watch out for this liquid that's clipping through the text. I'd try and get it above the text or around the card so it doesn't clip. Your color. Let's see. Let's take a look at your color real quick. Give me a second. I'm just gonna do Sotomonte, can you switch me over to like normal? Yeah. I think it's a little washed out. Little washed out, so I would add a bit of contrast. Not too much. And what does it look like if we add a touch of color boost? just to make it pop a little bit more. Right, so if we go before and after. Maybe a little much on the color boost. Because contrast adds a little bit of color as well. Just deeper shadows. But yeah, seeing a little bit more green in your image would be cool. Let's go back to the edit view. Alright, you went with Betray. I like it. Yeah, I like it. They're using the tree. She's using the trees to attack the guys. Maybe a little bit of something coming out of her hand, like some distortion or something. Would be cool. Or maybe the liquid is more around her hand and shooting out of her hand. Everything right now is like kind of orangish. It's like it's very hazy. I would try and separate the color of her skin from the background. Right now it's like the same color. If you want to keep her skin pale, then I would change the color of this cathedral back here. Maybe something darker, or like dark blue or something, like more like the color of these shadows perhaps. That way her hand will pop out more. Kind of how her hand is popping out from the back of this rock back here. You'll have that more with this hand up here. Her cloak, right? Her wardrobe is kind of the same color as the rocks in the background too. So I would try and work the contrast there a little bit as well. Maybe these rocks are brighter, so that her darker dress stands out from that. We see her, we can read her silhouette a little bit more. Yeah, you could probably have this first guy being a little closer. Just a little closer to center, perhaps. And maybe like right here or something. I just want to see a little bit more of him. Just a little bit more of this guy. I want to see a little bit more. Yeah, like her, when she casts the spell, it's like I almost want to see like the spell rushing towards this guy. Right now, it's kind of like just spiraling around her. It's like I want to see it coming toward him, perhaps. Or just be like a little bit further in its animation. Like have it be like spiraled around the card and shooting out towards camera or something. But this is really cool. I like this a lot. Dig the idea. So yeah, how can you pop her out from the background a little bit more? Maybe work some more green into the shot. I like that. Like maybe the guy who runs up is casting a spell, a green aura spell or something. So we see a little bit more of that. Maybe this guy who's dead has some green blood kind of spilling out from around him or something. I don't know. Maybe all these guys hanging here who are dead are like dripping in green or something. I don't know. Just some of my random ideas. Feel like there's opportunity to do something here along this silhouette. But this is cool. I like this a lot. Really good job. Okay, Boris. Dig the colors there at the end. I like the art style too. The scene is just a little sparse right now. I think it needs more of something in the beginning. It's also very pale and very dark. I would try and saturate it a bit more. You can still have it be a dark scene, Right, because I see what you're doing, right? You're going from like dark to light kind of a thing. So I think you just need to kind of build out this first bit of the thing. With just more contrast, more saturation, more objects in the scene. I think animation-wise, there's something going on with this animation. The arms are kind of weird. It's like they're too high, they're too lifted. It's almost a T-pose that they're turning around in. I don't know if that's how the animation came in, or if that's how, if you're doing that on purpose, but it feels a little weird. It feels a little stiff. But I like your colors. I like your colors here. It feels nice. It's fun. Went with reanimate. Yep. Very nice. Makes a lot of sense. For the skeleton here, who just kind of like, what's the word? Crypt keepers up, you know? He just kind of like 90-degree pivot at the hips. Have the head lag behind. What you're doing right now is you're doing this. You're just bringing him up like this. Have the head and the arms like back, so that when he comes up, the head and the arms kind of come back and they get a little bounce and wobble to it. I think that'll help. Right now it's feeling just a little stiff animation wise. Yeah, I think your scene could use a bit more detail in the back too, in the background with the sky. Just a little something. I need a little something to look at. It's a little too minimalist currently. You can still do minimalist and have it feel done. This doesn't feel done though. It's like there's there's room for more. You can do more, my friend. Also, who is the skeleton and why are they reanimating these other skeletons? You know, like, I see you got some sort of, like, it almost looks like a wedding dress. You know, was this a bride and the wedding party was killed or something, like in Kill Bill? And she's back to reanimate the wedding party or something, I don't know. Just some random ideas. Good stuff, keep it up. CD the Third is next. Let's take a look at your work in progress. Okay. Alright, yeah, colors are looking pretty sweet. Render quality's looking nice. Animation is pretty stiff. Yeah, animation stuff. Animation is literally the hardest part, okay? It is the hardest thing to do. It's why I like to say don't center your art around a weakness. If it's a weakness for you, you know, what I say, lean into your strengths, don't depend on your weaknesses. But that's just my advice. You don't have to follow it. You know, if you really want to learn how to hand animate this month, then you're doing a great job. Keep it up. It's just a little stiff, and because I'm not an animator, I don't got the best animation advice for you, my friend. If I were to just make something up, make up some advice, I would say start with your keyframes. All the main moments, the main silhouettes, the main shapes, start with those. And really, really lock those in. Make sure they feel dynamic and they feel fun. And you'll have to animate in between to get to those shapes. But it's cool, you got some secondary animation going on with these little tassels. Right? That's always fun to see. It just needs to be smoothed out, you know? I would also record reference. It's a lot easier to animate when you are animating to reference, okay? Also, can you not find this animation on Mixamo? So that you can focus more on your background? Because who is she slashing into? Who is she cutting into? I don't know. She has to be cutting into somebody. Right now, it's feeling like you're going for kind of like a Battlefield vibe, but there's no one on the battlefield. So yeah, I'd say get that animation done as soon as you can so that you can fill out the rest of your scene. Or fill out the rest of your scene, focus on that, and swap it out with a Mixamo animation later or something. But man, animation is tough. Hand animation, especially if you're not doing it to reference, and especially if you're doing it for the first time, is very difficult. But you're going with rage. Okay, you went with rage, the ability. Why is this character enraged? Is it because their town is burnt? Did someone burn up their village and they're mad? It looks like they're burning the village, but why are they burning the village? Whose village is it? Ah, so many questions. They can all be answered in the render, you know? If she's burning the village, then I feel like... if she's the one burning the village, and she's enraged, then what did the townspeople do to deserve it? You know what I'm saying? Or not deserve it, but at least in her mind, what did they do to deserve it? And I don't know the answer. I'm just asking questions. If it's her village, then where are the people who are burning her village? And then if she is like a fire type kind of situation, how does that not get confused with the fire that's already here? Right? So maybe her fire is a different color. Maybe it's a green fire or a blue fire. And the people burning her village have, you know, normal colored fire or something. And it looks like we got some ideas in chat as well. Some ground sparks, maybe. Yeah, the story is the hardest part. Owner, is that Owner? Is that Blend Dreams in chat? If it is, what's up, Owner? Hey, man. Good to see ya. But hey, look, your lighting is looking pretty sweet. I like it. I think your lighting is very nice. I like your color too. Good stuff, CD. Corte. Let's go. What is this? Whoa. Creepy. Cool scene. Cool environment you got. Fun lighting. Who is this guy? Betray. If the color matches, then take another turn. I want to see more of the guy. I want to see more of the guy. Also, the animation is a bit stiff. I feel a little bit like a claymation or something, like an old claymation. I'd have him turn his head a little bit more so we see his face. Have him look back at camera or something. Obviously, you know that this is a low sample export for your final, of course. Just make sure that you have enough samples so it's not this grainy. Color-wise, I feel like you could warm up the background a little bit more, have this warmth come in a little bit more into the area around his hand so that we can kind of silhouette his hand a little bit more, right? It's dark on dark. You just need to lift these rocks right here just a little bit with some light so that his hand pops out a little bit more from the background. His cloak kind of looks like the same color as these rocks as well, so maybe by getting some warmth to these rocks, it might pop his coat out a little bit more. As far as the sim goes, the sim looks nice. Actually, sim looks really nice on the cloak. Story-wise, what's the story? What's the story? Why is this guy lifting his hand up and is it smoking? Oh, I see. You got some skeleton guys down here. There's one little skeleton guy. I'd give us more of those guys. More skeleton guys. Give us more skeleton guys in the foreground that we see those guys very clearly. Right here up against this one. They're like barely in frame. Have them up against here too. Like when the card slams in. Boom. Have some dead skeleton dudes around as well. But what's this guy's goal and where is he going? That's another thing to ask yourself. That's pretty sweet though. I'm digging it. Yeah, man. It's good to see everybody using different abilities, different power levels. Ah, yes. We saw this one last week. I love this. Very fun. Yeah, I love the style. I love the style. Okay, notes on this. Let's see. It feels dim right now. It needs a lift. Let's try it. Monte, if you want to give me some room. We just need to lift this freaking thing. Give it a little bit more. Ah. I can see now. There we go. Right before and after. Alright, so watch out for that. Everybody watch out for that. We get a handful of renders that come in like kind of dim like that just need a little bit of boost. Right? So, I would look out for that. What else do we got notes-wise here? Let's turn that on. I still feel like we're not seeing any water. Personally, I want to see more water. I just see land. It's just green. It looks like they're on the land. It'd be nice to see a beach with some blue water, you know? It looks like they're in a lake right now. The water is so calm. Yep. So I would just push that back a little bit. Get an ocean in there. Get a beach in there. That'd be fun. We got this little monkey who's firing a pistol. That's fun. I like that. It looks like you got a little bit of... Take a look at your gunshot from the monkey. First off, you're gonna have to start the muzzle flash at the tip of the gun, my friend. And you have to line all that stuff up to the tip of the gun. Let's see. Your smoke. You're using like 2 smoke assets here. I'd stick to 1. It looks a little strange to have. And then this smoke is just kind of sitting here. There's a lot of good muzzle flash tutorials out there, but basically what you want to do is you want to push a big cloud of smoke out here. If you go to Action VFX, and if you look at their musket fire stock cards or stock assets, that's what it should look like. It should look like a big puff of smoke coming out here that gets pushed out, and it doesn't just linger, right? It's moving forward. All right, so look at that musket fire one on Action VFX. And heck, let's do it now. All right, we're here. Action VFX. Oh, that's for my course. Action VFX. And let's go to assets. We want fire, down, space, sparks, water. Where is it? Debris, impact, energy, explosions, fire, gas, guns and weapons. Muzzle flashes. Look at this. Musket fire. Musket fire. Look at these. See that? You see how much it pushes? Smoke out. Like, this is lingering, sure, right? But the initial push is like, boom! It's pushing that stuff. Alright, so that's what you want to go for that pistol shot. Let's see what other ones they have. We got muskets, muzzle flash, no. Gunsmoke. Let's see what Gunsmoke looks like. Yeah, these ones are okay. I'm a fan of those musket ones. These aren't bad. A little thin. Yeah, that's not bad right there. Alright, so a little something like that. And you know, your sim isn't bad either on this guy, on this musket here. It's just a little chunky, right? Maybe some more what is it? A smaller volume or smaller what is it? Pixel size. Right? A little bit more detail in that would be nice. Smoke can linger for a little bit longer too. And we talked about what they're shooting. Did you do the flag thing? Okay, you got pirate flags going, but what are they actually shooting at? I want to know, what are they shooting at? Is there a way you can work that in? But very nice. I'm excited about this. I like this one a lot. Louise FE or something like that. Cool. All right, going with the duelist. Charging in. I like the idea. I like the silhouette in the front, or sorry, in the foreground. I think that looks really nice. Very clear what is happening. So good job on the story. Let's go even further with the story though. If you can, maybe we have some guys back here who look like the guy in the foreground. Right here. We have them back here and they're at their tables and they're rushing towards this knight. Trying to stop them from killing whoever this knight is going to kill. Alright, we just need a little bit more stuff filled out in the background. I think the lighting is a little strange for me. It's very hazy. I think the green of this bird and the yellow of the background is clashing. They're too close together. Too like mustardy, it feels like. Animation wise can be smoothed out a little bit. I know it's very difficult. You are going with a custom animation. Maybe they start with their sword down on the ground or something. But again, film reference of yourself doing this move and animate to that. And start with your keyframes, your main poses, and animate in between to reach those poses. So yeah, I don't know, just to say expand your story, keep expanding your story. Work the lighting, work the color a little bit, work the animation, but it's coming together. Keep it up. Keep it up. You got that wobbly floor too, that's fun. Why is this character trying to attack the character in the foreground? That's another question we might want to ask. I don't know. Who knows? Many ideas, many ideas. Very fun, my friend. Manny Cat. We looked at your art last week as well. It's coming together. I like your colors. Yeah, you're still chipping away, man. Keep it up. I see you got your block out for your background. You're working on that. You're obviously focused on the characters, animating the characters. It's looking good. Let me think. Queen throwing that thing out. Maybe. Maybe have their arms start like when the card hits, their arm is here, right? But what if it starts more so here? So we see your character a little bit more. And this thing, instead of getting thrown so far on the right side of frame, it starts here and it kind of is in frame for a little bit longer. Going toward the left side. So is this guy like... I don't know why I keep getting test subject vibes with this character. And they have some sort of ability. And they're using it to escape. And they just have this goo arm. Yeah, this... And it fits Blast, too. I like that a lot. It's a really well done. It's a good... what's it called? Visualization of the ability Blast. I like that a lot. Yeah, man, I'm digging your colors. Dig the lighting. I just want to see more of your environment filled out. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we can talk about? I think the only thing that bugs me is that, like, it feels like the shard that they're throwing toward the camera is being let loose early. Like, my arm, if it starts flying right here, like this, but my arm is like this, I feel like my arm needs to be like this, and then it starts flying. You know what I mean? And also, you can probably get a couple characters in the foreground too. Kind of like foreshadow who this character is attacking next. You know, maybe they have nets or something, like they're gonna try and capture this thing. There's a bit more on the story, but I like what you're doing. It's very fun. All right, Mr. Funny Skill. Cool, fun lighting. Dig the lighting. I like that the facehugger is like popping out on the text or from the text. I think that's cool. I think this one also is a little dim. Like this, the white text on this card should probably be white. Right? And this probably isn't the best fix here because looks like it was a little intentional, and I don't want to blow out the top of your face hugger here. But just a little bit of brightness would help. And I think the face hugger needs a bit more animation. It needs a bit more texture. It needs maybe some nasty fluid sims or some soft body physics or something. Would be nice. Looks like you're obviously still working on that. The chest burst, I think, will need, you know, a proper chest burst with some liquid on the ground, right? But your set is cool. The lighting, I feel like, hear me out, you can probably have some, like, warning lights going off. We just watched Alien, like, last week, too. You can have some lights that are spinning and, like, they're in red alert mode. Like, if you look at the end of the Alien movie, those lights are going ham. It's, like, right when she, sets the ship to self-destruct. Those lights are going all over the place. Minus the blinking lights, the crazy blinking lights, but... Oh, what is this? Are they firing around? He shoots his own guy. Oh my god. That should be emissive. That should be very bright. Very, very bright. Some sparks, some glass, you know. It just needs more. I think you're doing a great job. This is fun. The alien does kind of do like a little... like they're taking a turn on the freeway. Like they just kind of come around the bend. Like that, it feels a little weird. I would probably have it just jump straight from where it's at there. into the card frame. It looks weird when they turn in the air unmotivated. Unless they're flying, unless they literally have wings and are flapping and turning, then that's the only way I feel like that would work. Cool stuff. Osirid. Yes, I specifically pulled this one because I thought it would want to mention that the moment you choose to slam the ground there with the axe, I feel like should either come at the very end, the last 5 frames, or at frame 60 when the card slams in. And just in terms of pacing, in terms of timing, I would do that. It's not getting you DQ'd or anything. It's just, I think it would look better if that hit happened, boom, when the card slammed in, or if the axe was held up and they were like summoning all the power or like radiating power out, and then right at the end they slam it. You know, one of the two. I think it's just a little weird with it right in the middle. That was my main note. Otherwise, you know, keep it up. You definitely need to flesh out your scene. You have a lot of empty space to fill. And who is this character supporting? Are there other characters on the battlefield that need the support, you know? It's a little blown out. But let me make sure that's not me. Hold on. Yeah, okay. It's a little blown out, so I'd watch out for that. And I know this is not your final render, so it's totally fine to export with lower samples, lower res. Submission, or I keep saying submission. Work in progress. But just know that for the end, like you don't want to export something with like so few samples, like and so much denoising, right? You can really tell. But try and clean it up as much as you can. But keep it up. I like the design of your character. I like that yellow glow around them. I think that's fun. Yeah, just keep adding your stuff. And consider when you want to actually slam that hammer in there. Again, this is all advice. You guys don't have to take it. If you disagree, that's totally cool. Pablito. Let's check it out. Whoa! Okay, man, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot with that animation. That's pretty intense. That is pretty intense. What happens here at the end? What happens to the card frame? Something happens with the card frame at the end. Wait, what? What am I seeing? Oh, it's the first frame. Okay, watch out for this business. There's some jankiness going on in your camera, okay? Watch out for this business here, okay? Your camera should be moving. How many frames do you have? You have 118 frames in your submission. It should be 120. So please watch out for that. I think you're doing too much with the animation personally. It's pretty insane. It looks like he's gonna take off with like a helicopter, and then you're doing too much in here. Like, just have him strike a pose, you know? Yeah, I saw that it's your first time animating. Go easy on yourself. You don't have to animate him like all crazy up in this card frame. Have him just strike a pose and hold it. And you could be doing half the spins at the top of the frame. Also, try and find reference. Please try and find reference for your animation. Or do it yourself, right? It's a lot easier to animate with reference. Find your key frames, right? Your main poses. And pose your character in those poses first. It is pretty dark. Your scene is pretty dark. What else? I like your environment. I think your environment's pretty sick. Wow, you have simulation going with the pants. That looks cool. I like that. Let's see. Oh, your card alpha. Look at your card alpha. You see how... I'm wondering if you're an Unreal Engine. Are you an Unreal Engine? The card showing in the first frame was happening in my Unreal Render also. Interesting. Huh. Well, the reason I'm thinking that this is Unreal is because I was getting this issue in Unreal. You have to set and also what version of Unreal are you using? I think this was made in 5.7, 5.7.4. You have to set your material to transparent. And I believe when you do that and you plug the alpha in, the card overlay alpha into your master material, it should give you a clean gradient from transparent black to, you know, complete 100% transparency. Yeah, see-through. Because this version doesn't look like, I don't know, the alpha is kind of weird. I would check that as well. But this should all be set up in the Unreal project file. Right? Let me see if I can open this. I'll show you what I'm seeing. But yeah, man, take it easy on yourself with the animation. It's especially if it's your first time, which I think it is. You even mentioned it. You could be doing like a quarter of the animation here. It's the hardest part. It really is. You're tackling a very difficult thing. So yeah, you can chill. You can chill on the animation. Do less, my friend. Do less. It'll help you in the long run. Alright, let's check the Unreal file. Look at the card here. Right, you see how my card is transparent? We got that clean gradient. If I go into the materials and I go into the master material for the card overlay, alright, we get that clean gradient. If I take this blend mode from translucent to just masked, and we pop this into opacity mask, well, that's going to give you nothing. How are you getting that? I don't know how you're getting that. Wait, hold on. Let me try. Because I was running into the same thing myself, but I'm not sure how to recreate the issue. If I clear this and we clear that and bring the alpha into opacity mask. There we go. There we go. That's how I'm doing it. I guess you changed the master material. I don't know how this would have been changed, but yeah, the alpha is plugged into the opacity mask because your blend mode is set to masked. You need to set it to translucent gray. And then plug the alpha into opacity override. And then it'll look proper. Do not apply changes. And then as far as the first frame, the card being in the first frame, that wasn't happening for me. Right? I don't know why that would be happening. If I go negative frames, then maybe, but on frame 0, I'm not seeing it there. That's weird. But yeah, good to check. Only showed in render for me. Okay, let's render it. Movie render queue. Let's use HD. Here's made the current do you want to continue? Yes. Accept. Render. Yeah, I didn't see it there on the first frame. And let's go to where we saved it. And the first frame doesn't have it for me. Not to say it doesn't have it for you, Metatrox. 100% it does. I just don't know why it would do that in different versions. Like, are you in 5.7? 5.7.4? Where is it? Somewhere in here? When you boot it, where is it? Issue, support, snippets. Oh. Yeah, I don't know where Unreal version is. Version 5.7.4. There it is. Oh, you're using 5.8? Okay, it's gotta be. That's gotta be it then. It's probably just because it's from 5.7.4 to 5.8. And yeah, it looks like he rendered -2 frames because it was 118 frames. So yeah, I think that's also why that's happening. Like you slipped your situation back by 2 frames or something. I don't know how. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully, my friend Pablito, I hope that helps you out on the rest of your journey this month. Let's keep going. We got like 5-ish more. Let's see. I just thought this was fun. I like the way, I pulled this specifically to show that you can do cool stuff over the top of the card overlay. Right? You're obscuring the card overlay. It looks really nice. I can still read the card, right? It's mostly legible. It's mostly intact. Right? So I just want to say, keep going with that. It looks cool. Obviously, you have a lot more to flesh out in your scene, but I love what you're doing with the overlay. I think it's fun, and I think a lot of other people can use this as an example, a good example. With the card overlay, you can do stuff on top, certainly. This is sick. I like it. Watch the cape. It's clipping through the card. And I love your art style. And your animation is great. Like, you're killing it. This one is sick. It's a little dark. Right? So I might brighten it a little bit. The card itself is dark. I think you can make it a little bit more emissive to get that white back, that true white in the card. The cloak clipping through the card is it's not ideal. I would just leave it behind the card, to be honest. I'm trying to think of any other way to get it over the top and like, I don't know if there's a way, unless it wraps around the whole thing. But then you are obscuring a lot of, you're obscuring the power level and everything. So I would just leave it behind personally. Or have the dude's hair blowing in the wind and it's kind of flipping the front. No, that might look a little weird. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see you went with rage. The sword kind of lights up. His eyes light up. I'd almost make that a little bit more apparent. Maybe thicker runes on the sword. The sword could probably stab into the snow a little bit more too. What else? What else? I love your character style. Your animation is well done. What are they swinging at, though? That's another thing. What is there going to be another character in there? Because if they're going to swing like this, I feel like there should be another character in there. And if there is another character in there, why? Are they trying to attack him? So story-wise, right, all I got right now is this guy's just like surviving. Also, why is he naked? I feel like he needs like a little loincloth or something. It's cold outside. Where was he before fighting like this? But I've heard of soldiers fighting naked, right? In the Romans or something, or like gladiators or something like that. Or am I just making stuff up? I don't know. It's sick. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, just a little bit more story. Right now, I just feel like he's just like a weary traveler who is going to die from the elements. But it looks like he's attacking something. He's got a sword. Clearly a warrior. Keep it up. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is freaking awesome. See, this to me is good minimalist style. This feels like, you know, it could probably use a couple more things in the foreground. Right up in here. Maybe it's a frozen lake. I don't know. With the entrance to a shrine and they like barely made it. But it's like just 2 colors, 3 colors. It's pretty sweet. I like this a lot. Is this the same guy who did the Yeti? I wonder if it's the same snowboarding Yeti from Rampage Rally. I think it might be. Don't know. This is cool. Keep it up. Keep it up. Snaps. What do we got? Sweet. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Went with blast. Oh, your disintegration is pretty creepy. The way he's like all that turbulence in his body and his bones. I like that. That's cool. Who is this character? Where are we? Is this a Dark Souls boss or something vibes? Like, what is this? Did this knight get to this point, to this boss fight, and just die immediately? The black void behind, wondering if you could put anything back there so it's not just dark gray the whole time, you know? The character animation, like the poses you're hitting are a little, I think it would be tweaked a little bit. The first note I have is like when they're starting to turn around right here. It's almost like they're rotated. Like if it was a clock, right? They're leaning to the right a little bit. They're like this. I feel like they would be standing up straight a little bit more. Just standing up straight, a little, rotated back a little bit more. And then this pose you hit, the way the legs open up is a little weird to me. I'd bring them together. Or have like one knee bent and the other one straight. I don't know what the head is. I don't know if it's a disco ball or if it's like a universe or something. I'm not sure. So I'd say just story a little bit. I think your rocks back here could use some more texture. Those look untextured. These guys in the foreground untextured. Obviously, it's not, you know, it's a work in progress. I don't know what this rune is. It's so bright in the foreground, and it's so quick, you miss it 100%. You probably... I'd move that somewhere else if you're trying to have that be important to the story. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much. But it's so bright. It like catches my eye, but for no reason, almost. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'd just keep working on your environment. Building this out. It looks like it could be a pretty sweet layer, you know? It just needs more layers, more cliffs, more rocks, more light shafts. Maybe some stuff coming, like a light shaft coming in from the top up here. What's that Unreal Engine demo scene? It's a huge one. Where is it? The Dark Ruins. This one. This is what your render reminds me of. Like this is what could be in the background almost. Something like this. Like this is where the character is. Right, you got your runes there on the wall. Cool. Ah, so nice. These demo scenes are incredible. Yeah, something like this, you know, like just do this. Use it as reference. Or if you're in Unreal, grab the demo scene, you know? That's what it's there for. So I'll just flesh your environment out a little bit more. It's kind of like where I'm seeing him is this. Some environment like that, right? Oh, it's a mummy. I didn't even know it was a mummy. It's a mummy. Okay. Yeah, get more mummy stuff up in there, you know? Very nice. No problem, Snaps. Three more. Okay, so this one, cool color, fun environment, nice lighting. Character animation's a little tough. They look a little slinky. A little strange. So yeah, it just needs some more tweaking. And I think I pulled this one because two reasons. One, not quite sure how Swarm is related to what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know what they're doing. As well, that's another thing. I don't know what they're doing. Or what their intentions are. So I would try and get that story across as much as you can on a single viewing. Like, yeah, I can go in and read all the text on the screens, but ideally we should get an idea. Oh my god, you have Skimpy Fong in there. I love that so much. There he is. He's beautiful. Look at that. Ah, so good. And then second is framing. That's one of the main reasons I pulled this one as an example is framing, right? Their head is smack in the middle of this thing. I feel like you need to just bring your whole scene and move it up, right? Move it up. Because ideally, the card... Let me see. Okay. you have your card like this, right? Their head framed in the middle. Let me see if I can pull this as an example for the card creator. So right now, you have your card framed like this in your animation. But I think you could get it framed like this. Just move it up a little bit. Right, does that make sense? Framing's a little weird. So that's my only piece of advice, right? A story, what are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. And how is what they're doing related to the ability you chose? And then second is just the framing, right? Adjust your framing. You would essentially move your entire scene up, except the camera. So they're a little bit higher in the thing. Slams in, rule thirds, yep. Rule thirds. 1 Sentai. Nice lighting. Fun. Yeah, very cool. Alright, I'm thinking. You're doing a lot. Wow. You're animating tigers and people? Wow. So, yeah, the vibe I get is they're protecting the temple from evil people. It's well lit. My main note right now is I'm having trouble reading the face of this character. I don't know what the face is. I think, is it like a dragon dance head or something? I see we have an eye. It looks like an eye and ear. But I don't know, are these two lips? Is this the jaw? Is this the lower jaw? I don't know. I can't make out the face from this. And the shirt they have on, their body looks strange. Like their shoulder blade is popping out in a weird way. I'm not quite sure where their shoulder blade should be, or what their back looks like. It just looks odd. It looks a little odd there. So I would try and really define the shape of this mask, and have it read as a clear thing. I don't know if it's because it's just like a low quality file that I can't read it, or if it's just because of the design of it is a bit complicated and confusing. And then yeah, look at the shape of the back here, because I'm not sure what that is anatomy wise, right? Outside of that, it's not bad. Yeah, your limping character, there's a weird glitch frame right here. There's like this weird kind of jolt there. I think you might just have two keyframes next to each other, so watch out for that. Anything else? Anything else? And that tiger's ripping. Your flames, look at your flames here. They're moving in like a bunch of different directions. So you have flames moving left, flames moving right. These ones should be moving right, but they're moving left. So either have them all facing one direction, Or if it's like emanating from like the middle from this character, I'd flip the direction of this flame around. So it's like this character is pushing the flames away with their body or with their energy, kind of thing. This piece of dust in particular is pretty distracting. It literally, I thought it was a mouse on the screen that was moving up and gonna click the rage icon. It's drawing my eye away from up here, so I'd probably get rid of that if you could. Change the seed on it so it's not doing that. But yeah, it's looking cool. And Wolf. Promised I would talk about your art. We've made it. Okay, first off, let's see. Oh yeah, this was the 30 FPS one. Okay. So, first things first, let's not start our submission with black frames. It's never a good idea. And there's a lot of them too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 black frames. That's crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Next would be the character when they just stand there in frame, in the card frame at the end. It looks a little awkward, feels a little awkward. They're not doing anything. I want a little bit of action. Maybe that card frame pops in as they're pulling the arrow back, drawing the arrow, and they're moving in slow-mo. A little something like that, perhaps, I think would be cool. But them just standing there and blinking, like they even blink. It's funny. And they're just staring at the camera. It just feels a little awkward. Like like it's just like, I'm not gonna animate anymore. You know what I mean? What else? Your lighting is nice. Your scene is nice. The animation on the character who gets shot is a little awkward. It's a little stiff. The way they just stop walking. When they get shot, that's fine. That animation looks good once they get shot. But I think it's just once it's walking to stopping feels weird. What else? These bright blue and green lights aren't really doing much for me. They're a little distracting, and they don't really add to the scene. The animation of the archer jumping over this thing is pretty sweet. That looks fine. What else? In terms of story, like what is happening? I don't know what's happening. This person is back here, I guess, hiding behind this thing from this guy, like waiting for this guy. This guy also feels a little small. I feel like this guy is too jacked to be that small looking. I feel like you need to you can make this guy huge even. But I don't know why this demon thing is here. What they're doing. You know, one thing you could do is put a bunch of these guys like dead around this altar. Like, is this altar special? Is there something on this altar that they want? And there's a bunch, and this woman is protecting the altar. And there's a bunch of like corpses of this same character like throughout the scene. And she's dealing with like the last one right now. that would give a bit more, paint a better picture of what's going on, you know? So I would think about that story-wise. I like your 5 moons up there, that you're incorporating that. That's fun. Very cool. You might be able to light this little piece up here with a little bit of underglow. Right? I don't know what that is, but the way the lighting is falling off at the top of these things. You see how it's underlit? All this stuff is underlit. You can probably get a little something going on up there too. I'd bring up the white of the card a little bit more. Right? Just so it doesn't feel very dim. It feels a little dim right now. But yeah, that's what I got. I hope that helps you, Wolf. Yep, the main thing is do something in your final frame. Do something in your final frame. The other main thing is don't have 12 frames of black at the beginning of your render. Please don't do that. And third and final is to just tell more of a story. You know, get some bodies, these demon guys around here or something. Yeah. Great environment. Nice lighting. Love what you're doing. Good stuff. Sweet. Okay. So that is work in progress review for the stream. I hope that helped a lot of you and you know, gave you guys an idea of things you could be tweaking in your own renders at home, right? I obviously can't review every render right now. But take all that advice, apply it to your own renders, and if you want me to if you want me to review your art on stream, then let me show you really quick. So what I'm gonna take, let me queue up Discord first. I'll show people how to do that. Let's see. Before you switch over. Let's go to Gauntlet of Gods feedback. Alright, so you can switch over. So on the Discord server, the Create with Clint Discord server, linked down below. It's everywhere. It's on the landing page, it's in the description below. You're gonna find a bunch of channels, categories on the left here. You'll find the Gauntlet of Gods category, and in there you'll find Gauntlet of Gods feedback. And in the Gauntlet of Gods feedback, we have everyone basically has their own little page here where you can post your works in progress and just kind of like keep the community posted with how you're doing so far and keep track of your art, right? And if you want me to react to it on stream, then you need to add the React on Stream tab, right? I'm only going through these. I'm going through these ones, and I'm pulling those little bits for the stream. To add the tag, right, we have this little example post up here. Go through this, read this example post up top, and add the tag to your little thread there, right? So that's how you would do that. I'm not pulling them randomly. Well, I am kind of pulling them randomly. Actually, no, I'm not pulling them randomly at all. I'm randomly going through them, but I'm only pulling ones that I feel warrant something to be said about them, right? So I'm going through, I'm finding ones like that are good to react to on stream, right? Go through all these, jump to present, take a look. Oh, kind of cool. Sweet. Right, and I'm doing it like that. So that's how I'm going through. So yes, that's how we're doing that. That's how we're reacting on stream there. What's next? What's next? So I could show you guys how to take a 3D card submission, 3D video submission, and turn it into a 2D card. Because like apparently some of you guys are having issues and confusion on like what your submission should look like. All these works in progresses are exactly how they should look, you know? They all have the card slam in. Let's open up Blender. Let's open up a an example here. You know what? No, I have Unreal open. Let's just do that. Right? So in Unreal, I would export this as I did. This is my video submission here, right? And let's do it proper. Let's go to the card creator and let's make a card for this character. Let's choose the ability. Just some random stuff. Armored. Bob the Archer. Power level 3. And white. Now let's go yellow. All right, Bob the Archer, armored 3. Download the card overlay. Desktop it. Like a madman. All right, and then we're going to go to materials, textures. Let's drop that card overlay in. Bob the Archer. Boom. We got our texture. Let's go to our material instance card overlay and swap that out with Bob the Archer. And we'll save that out. Bam! We got our Bob the Archer animation. Okay, now imagine your whole scene was done, okay? And you're like, I'm done with my art. My art is finished. I'm going to render my art. Okay, let's render our art. Let's select that, and let's render. And beautiful, Bob the Archer, bam. All right. Our video submission is basically done. Let's go through that process together. I have a bunch of frames. So let's go up in here. Let's find our export, our Bob the Archer export. I'll grab all of our frames, drag them in here. Make sure 120 frames, 24 FPS. Wait, hold on. Yep, that's correct. Proper tech specs. Fantastic, fantastic. I am going to export this as a video. Now, here's where a lot of you get hung up, okay? This is a huge one. You set your in and out points. Control Shift A, Control A. What is that? Alt X clears it. Shift A will set it, okay? If you include an extra frame out here like this, it's gonna render an extra frame. So don't have it out here. Don't have this little handle out here. It needs to be right there, locked in right there. That's 120 frames. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's export this, Bob the Archer, and we'll go to video QuickTime H.264. Let's see, best settings, resolution, frame rate. Yep, browse, desktop it. Called video submission. Add to render queue, render. And what I'll do is I'll open that file and browse to it rather, and bring it back into Davinci and check it again. 120 frames. Yep, it's all proper. It's all proper. You might export from Davinci, re-import, and see it's 121 because of that little like. Of this issue, right? So God dang it! You'll go to the last frame of your render, and you'll render that extra frame, right? Don't have that handle sticking out like that. Make sure your little sequence here is just set to your render. But also you may not need to do that if like literally it's the only thing in your timeline. You can just export this and it'll just export the video, right? But I'd still double check it. All right, so we have our video submission done. Now let's make our 2D card submission. So back in Unreal Engine, all I'm gonna do is hide the card overlay from our scene. Like that, okay? And render this frame. I'm gonna do it cheap way like this. Don't do it like this. Just render the frame proper. I'm just doing this for an example. And then we go to the card creator. And look, we have all of our settings the same, okay? The name is the same. It matches the one from our video submission. Let's upload. Right? And, you know, you might want to zoom in a little bit. Get a little tilt on it. Something like that. Cool. And we'll download the submission files. Accept and download. This is our zip folder. This is what we upload. Now let's go to our file checker. We made a file checker for you guys this time around. So let's go to gauntletofgods.com/submit. Why didn't that work? I don't know why that worked. Start your art, pre-order the game. Where's the submission link? Submission link should probably be on the website somewhere. Folio, we might want to swap out one of these. No, it's right here. I'm a dummy. Submit your art. Wow. Okay. So we got our video submission. We'll drop that in there. All checks passed. Looking good. And we have our card submission. Ooh, one check failed. Use the... Oh, that's weird. Use the card creator export without renaming files. I didn't rename files. Zip file name. Okay, so I know why that happened. It's because I have this parentheses 1 at the end of it. Because I have this other one in here. So let's not do that. And try it again. And there, we're good to go. Yeah. And you see how our card matches? Our 2D card matches the one in our 3D scene, right? Boom, boom, boom. Does that make sense to you guys, right? Thumbs ups? Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Sweet. Heck yeah. Yes, I'm using WinRAR. Cool. All right. I think we did our work in progress review. I showed you guys how to turn your 3D submission into a 2D card. I showed you how to submit. I showed you how to export stuff. Let's play 1 or 2 more rounds of the game, and then we will end the stream with a weekly challenge review for the TCG weekly challenge. So if you guys are on the online version of the card game, just hit find a match and let's battle. Who's gonna win? A physical copy of the card game. If you beat me, you'll win one. White spikes. A rage, okay. Complex Ace. So sorry, my friend. I'm done with WIP review for the stream today, but maybe next week, maybe next Friday, perhaps. I pull the videos for WIP review the morning of the stream. So I do it basically as last minute as possible. If that helps you, if that gives you an answer. Oh, I was hoping my trapper would stop you there. Can you clarify the question, Ali? I don't know what OCs and MLPs are. Sotomonte just took a guess, and he might be right. Aced. Did you just pull that out the top of your head, Sotomonte? God dang. Okay, we'll see if he's right. GG's, White Spikes. GG's. Ali is up next. Alright, so you're wondering if you can make an original character based on My Little Pony. I don't know, it's hard to say without seeing your art. I'd say go for it. Do your thing. But yeah, it's tough to give you an answer without seeing it. I don't know. I mean, if it's an original character, sure. In a world, but in the world of, like, I don't know what that would look like. You're saying, like, if it was like Lego using designing your own minifigure? I think Lego would still own that vibe. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'm sorry, I can't give you a clear answer on that. Nice. Tough game. Y'all have gotten good. Yeah, Ali, I don't know. It's like if it's inspired by, there's definitely a line between inspired by versus like clearly is, you know. If it feels different enough, go for it, you know. Again, the whole IP thing is only top 100 related to top 100. So if you guys aren't going for top 100, then you're chilling. If you are, then yeah, these questions are, of course, good questions. Ooh, this might be game. Yikes. Hmm. Is anyone else having problems using the card overlay in Maya? I'm curious. I don't know if it's a specifically you issue or if it's a FBX issue or a Maya issue. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize charm wouldn't trigger. Saddam, what files do you mean? Submitting? No, we don't mention any files like that in submission. Yeah, good question, Ellie. I appreciate it. Floating cows. I appreciate you. This hat is from a hip hop LA group called People Under the Stairs. And man, they make some great music. People Under the Stairs. You just go to their website. They got hats. They got shirts. They got vinyls. Oh, AJ, what's up? Shout outs to the game designer. Thanks, AJ. I appreciate you, man. Heck yeah. God dang. Oh, that rage hurts. I have. I did watch it, yeah. Why, what's up? thought it was fine. I'm not a big Marvel fan, so I don't know. It didn't really do much for me personally. I think I told Sotomonte my heart rate didn't change, my breathing patterns didn't change, and I like blinked at the same rate through the entire movie. There was a couple fun moments, you know, but like for the most part, I don't know. It's not really for me. That's okay. I know a lot of people like Spider-Man. Oh, you have an ambush card too. Shoot. Okay. No, I hadn't seen the Odyssey yet. I'm dying to see it. I've been staying away from all the spoilers and all that good stuff. I am not that spoilers are good stuff, but I'm very excited. Yeah, very excited for the Odyssey. Ooh, what a close game. What a close game. Did you guys watch Furious by chance? I really like that movie. Alright, this should be game in the next 2 rounds if something insane doesn't happen. Yeah, the action movie, The Furious, yeah. Open world raid, yeah, I can see it. Man, you're gonna have to pull some double card situation. Oh, I think that's it. Jeez, dude, what a game. What a game. Good job, Holly. That was sick. I think it's time to do weekly challenge review. Sotomonte, shall we pop it off? Sweet. So, Sypo also built a little weekly challenge review situation. Is this... This is Sypo's one, yeah? Okay. I don't know. Sotomonte's doing a little thing in the background here while we get ready. There it is. Oh, hold on. Yeah, let me switch streams. We're testing this out for the first time, guys, so here, give us a sec. Alright, yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. Alright, our first winner for the TCG weekly challenge, which was a weekly challenge we did right before this big old community challenge in order to get you guys kind of like, you know, freshened up and ready to go for this thing. First winner is Muel. And they did Skull Clamp, I think, from Magic the Gathering. Really nice painting. Freaking fantastic. Very well done. Love the art, love the style, love the colors. Great card choice too. Good stuff. Muel. Yeah, there's the original. Alright, who's next? We got Saub 4000. ZW Productions. I love this. This is great. Yeah, I went with Pokemon card. Angry Birds. Super fun. Is there a reference on this one? Do we have a reference? Yeah, clean art. And went off the Charizard. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Sob. 4,000. Boblasta is next with Mosslax. I love this. I love this so much. Pokopia has been a lot of fun. I've been playing that here and there. My wife has been playing nonstop. She's probably playing right now. But yes, Mosslax, so good. I was like, oh, that's such a cool idea for a version of Snorlax. I wonder if that's like canon, but you did it. You made it, and base it off of Snorlax's card, of course. Very fun. Manishka is next with the most demonic version of Pikachu. I feel like this is like early Beeple coded type of render. This is insane. Manishka, you're so good at what you do. Yeah, based off the Pikachu. So nice. So nice. Congratulations. And finally, can we show under? We can't show under, can we? We can't show under. We shouldn't show unders. Because it's basically a naked woman, and I do not want the stream to get taken down. So you can go look at it on Discord side of things. It's tasteful. It's tasteful. But just in case, I don't want to get the stream pulled. Under, congratulations. Good stuff. The first honorable mention, who is that? Go ahead. Ooh, Porygon. Yes. Liuek? Stuff. Yeah. Classic Porygon card. So good. So nostalgic. Who's next? Honorable mention. Oh no! Oh no! He was quick enough. Sodamonte in my ear. He was like, oh! Yeah, Sodamonte's fired, he says. Yes, Magnapine. I love this. Very fun. It's just kill your opponent instantly and win the game. Yes, that's what we wanted to avoid during this challenge. That's why we had to preset all these abilities for you guys. Because I know y'all would be doing this if we gave you free reign. But I love it. Very fun. Who's next? Hoob. Hoob. What is that, a render? Or is that an actual sculpture? A sand sculpture of Sandygast. I love it. You were on vacation and you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just sculpt something by hand. Can I see the original again? Yeah, one more. Swipe over one more. I love it. It's super clean too. That's so much fun. I know this is a 3D challenge, guys. These are 3D challenges, but sometimes you gotta shout out these kind of submissions. I really love them. Who's next? Honorable mention. Baffle. Yes. What is it? A Yu-Gi-Oh card? What is this? Oh, it's a Magic card. Okay. Sick. All right, let me see their art again. Fun. It's like Adventure Time style almost. Very sick. You know, I feel like it's a little blown out. I feel like it would be nice to see some of those highlights kind of rolled off just a little bit. Softened up. That'd be nice. All right, who's next? Toe Monkey Kid. Yes. So, this is awesome. So you basically made a Lego version of a what are they called? A freaking Megazord? Yes. And you piece all the cards together. That's so cool. Yeah, you actually constructed the Lego version of it. That's awesome. Dig it. Fantastic. Good job, my friend. Who's next? Ensemble. Ensemble, yes. Went with a magic card. Let's see the original, yeah, with the Ponder. Such a good card. Like, why would you not have that card in all of your decks? Nice rendition, my friend. Maybe give the thumb a little... Here, go back to the original. Yeah, no, it's in there. I see you. I'll just say give the thumb a little bit more of like a bend to it, you know, a little bit more silhouette to it, but yeah, I see you. I see you. Good stuff. Aiza is next. Little Pikachu render. Very nice. And we got, do we have the reference too, don't we? Yeah. All right, let's go back to the art. Couple notes. The hands. Her hands are a little strange. I would just tweak them a little bit. Her bottom hand is like definitely like Han from Enter the Dragon. That's a claw hand. I would just, you know, relax it a little bit. Same for the top hand. I would probably turn it so that the palm is facing up and she's just resting her hand on Pikachu's belly. And it's a little blown out around Pikachu's belly, so it's hard to see his other arm, his other hand. So I would just probably bring the highlights down a little bit. It's a little hot, but I love your colors. Love the card you chose to recreate. Good stuff. All right, who's next? Backyard VFX Bro. Ooh, okay. Went with the Boba Fett. The original on the left, your rendition on the right. I think you did a great job. Great color, great lighting. Like you actually turned it into a card. You signed it too. That's cool. It's a little dim though. It needs a little. You just need to boost the highlights a little bit. You know, that lightsaber should be 100% white. But that's my only note. I think it's really nice. Good job. And visuals next. Honorable mention. Absolutely beautiful. Visual. It was tough, man. You almost won. It was a tie. It was a very, very close tie. But I like what you did. Render quality's off the charts, of course. Love the card you chose. Do we have the original? Yeah. I've never seen this magic card either. That's cool. Can we go back to the art? Yeah, very well done. Very, very well done. Love the drips and the drops. Oh man, disgusting. Good stuff, visual. Quill Lauren. Yeah, okay. I don't know this Pokemon's name. Can we swipe to the reference? Valiant. Iron Valiant. Sick. Okay, back to the art. Yeah, I think you did a great job modeling him. I love the chaos of the scene. It definitely feels intense. I like this a lot. Very fun. Congratulations for that honorable mention. Nova Cube. So I'm actually kind of confused on this. So let's see the art. Do we have just pure art? All right, so here's the card that they're going for. And then is there any other thing? Okay, yeah, back of a Pokemon card gives me nothing. Like apparently you just made a card. You made art and you printed it as a holographic card. Like that's insane. Like what? That's so sick. Yeah, I wanted to shout you out. Very cool. Probosky is next. Yep. Okay, you did a little spaceship situation. Cool. Made your own little card too. Okay, there's the pure art. What's on the far right? What do we got? What card is that? What game is that from? It's not Lorcana, is it? Is it a Star Wars thing? I don't know. Man, go back to the final art. Yeah, that's cool. You did a good job with that. Very fun. Purple Haze is next. Yeah, with the Mewtwo vibes. I love it. Love the art style. Love the painterly effect on top. What do we got reference wise? Little Mewtwo situation. Very fun. Very fun. Well done, my friend. Musab is, I think, our final honorable mention. I love this so much. God, that art style. I'm a sucker for it. It's beautiful. Love that you made a little looping situation too. Let's take a look at the original. Oh man, such a nice card. Dang. Well done. Very well done. Sweet. Yeah, and that's it for TCG Weekly Challenge. We'll be reviewing more weekly challenges throughout the weeks, right? Next Friday, the Friday for that. And yeah, you can find the winners. You can find the honorable mentions on the Discord side of things under Weekly Challenge winners. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. It's 2 p.m. We've gone for 3 hours. I think it's time to call it, guys. Good luck with your submissions, and don't submit unless you're ready to submit. I see we already got here. I'm just gonna check it really quick. How many submissions do we have? We have 2 submissions. One of which, no, we legit have 2 submissions. But yeah, if you're done, submit. If you're not done, don't submit. All right. You have 2 more weeks for this thing. Maybe a touch over 2 weeks. You have actually 2 weeks and probably a few days. So keep up the good work. I'll be looking at more works in progress on the stream next week, playing more games. Congrats to the 2 people who beat me in the online Gauntlet of Gods game. I'm going to send you the physical version of the game. And y'all, if you want to support this challenge, if you want to support the artists, go in the freaking description below. Click link that leads you to the... What am I trying to say? Let me redo that. That was so bad. Go pre-order the physical card game. It's gonna be sweet. I promise. It's gonna be made from the top 100 submissions. We know they're gonna be sweet. We don't know what they are yet, but we know they're gonna be sweet. All right. You can only pre-order this thing for the next, I don't know. Let's see how many days are left in the pre-order. Because after that, you can't buy this thing ever again. All right. Let's take a look. How many more days are left? 34 days. 34 days left for the pre-order. Go grab some. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be fun to play. The game is really fun. But that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. I'll see y'all later. See you next Friday. Peace.